What is good, rookies? Today, just a quick video to just do a quick summary on the Sydney versus Hawthorn game, the standouts, the locks, questions, the disappointments. Let's just get straight into it. The biggest shout is Will Day, but I still have my concerns. Did I bring him into my team at halftime? Yes. Yes, I did. Am I also now overly correcting that? Most likely. Reason being, he had 112 point first half and then a 37 or 35-ish second half. Now, why did that happen? He got tagged. He got the James Jordan tag. Didn't know what to do. He just went full quiet. So the output and scoring capability of All Day is definitely there. There's definitely value to be had there. But what if he gets tagged? There's no output anymore. So when we think about starting Will Day, we have to consider now, well, where is he going to get tagged? Hewitt? He's going to get Bedford, potentially Drew. Geelong might throw a tagger at him. Like within the first 6 games, there are potential tags. And not even first 6 games. If we think overall, I dare say if you're grabbing Will Day, you are hoping he's a keeper. I don't think a keeper has the ability to let a tag do this much on him. Now, there's not much a team can do. Maybe you start him, you see how he handles future tags, now knowing exactly how much damage they can do. Maybe you start him, you see how he handles future tags, doesn't work out, you can go down to like Chera or Callahan. There's a few different other players you can move to, but do you really want to have to worry about doing any of that to begin with? Maybe not. I'm still assessing. I'm trying not to go into the hype, even though I did bring him into my team halfway through, just to see what the structure would look like really more than anything, and if it continued. So to go from a 112 half to a 148, so what? The 36-point quarter? 36-point half. It's not ideal. But anyway, let's let the hype drop on day, actually assess it. Some people already had him, still had faith. You had him in your team already. You probably saw enough. But if you were on the fence, I think you're still on the fence, which is unfortunate. Meek definitely put his hand up to be a pod. We know he's got an early fixture that works really well, especially after his bye. And so if we have a quick look at his fixture, after that round 4 bye, like even here, let's go into the actual stats. So he has Briggs, then he has a bye, then he's got like Soldo or Sweet, he's got Geelong, coming up against Flynn, he's got Nank the Tank, then he's got Gorney, he's got Wits. It doesn't get that easy, but this first run straight after his bye looks pretty good. And it looks like he can hold his own. It was up against Grundy, questioning whether Grundy is actually a tough ruckman now. I don't know if, the knee injury or concerns that he had in preseason affected his output, but Meek looked really good. It looks like there's definitely value there to be had. Bit of a pod option, but he does have that bye. So just a consideration. Scrimshaw did well. Nash did well. Mackenzie piqued my interest because he is only, he's a mid-pricer. Warple went out. Assistant scoring, not entirely sure where I sit. I've only just looked at him, so it's not like I'm bringing him into the team, but maybe I'll look into it. Sicily was disappointing to a degree. It's only because, though, that forward time, all the commentators, everyone knows that Sicily just does a lot more damage in the back line, but they needed to throw him forward. They brought on Frost, who pretty much moved into the back line, and they sent Sicily forward. You got Barris and you got Battle that just fit in really well in that back line. Like Barris was doing amazing work and it's just really slotted into the Hawthorn side really, really well. no wonder why they're going to throw Sicily forward. Like, he is a very influential player. We saw that. I mean, he's Sicily. He's going to give away silly frees every now and then, but he's entertaining to watch. But I haven't seen enough from him in this role or this mixed role to be confident to start him. And I just got confirmation bias really on that tonight. More just a 90, but again, Moore is probably in the contention for top 6 in regards to forwards. It's just who he is. He did it last season. Who else have we got to really talk about that is relevant? Not really anyone else in regards to Hawthorn that we were really interested in, Supercoach wise. We'll go into Sydney and we can see Roberts at 124. A lot of people were like, oh, we need to see at least 100. We need to see at least 110. He ticked all the boxes. He's an easy lock. I don't think there's any consideration of like questioning of role, questioning of output. He has just simply picked up where he left off, and he is looking it's just a lock. You can't say anything more. Blakey things. Warner also did Warner things. Warner is very much like a Noah Anderson, though. His flaw concerns me. Heaney did enough. Heaney's probably a bit of a pod, such as Warner. I guess he saw enough. We saw the thing where, like last season, Heaney in the opening round just went nuts. And you paid for it if you didn't start him. Could potentially be a case with Day, but again, that tag just kept him quiet. Teams are going to see how well the tag worked. There's no way they don't tag. Because he's the only person you can really tag. Like Newcomb might come out and do something because he scored a 90, but I don't see it really happening. The disappointments for Sydney we'll get into very, very shortly. Patton, 67. I think he did enough. I think he did enough to, one, lock in a role, hopefully. But two, the scoring output is enough to make cash, which is all we're really looking for. I don't think Patton's one you probably want to on field. I think he's more of a bench cash gen type rookie. He could have a bit more of a scoring output. Guess we'll see. But I think he did enough to at least get a bench slot in your back line because we are screaming for defensive rookies. The disappointing part. So we had Hanley, who was a debut as well, started as the sub and then took Sheldrick off for only a 32. Given the outs of Goulden and Mills, to now see how the structure of the team works, this is a no-go. I don't think we can start Sheldrick. We looked promising in preseason and we thought things were going to go a certain way and they just didn't. So they said it was a tactical sub. I don't buy it. I don't know. I'm off. It's cold. It's a cold pick. Don't touch it. But that's it.